Welcome to this quick video guide for anybody wanting to buy a buffalo drum. It's not an advert, I'm not selling anything, and the companies I mention I've got nothing to do with other than I've been a customer of, so I can recommend them from that point of view. But I just wanted to share with you just a bit of knowledge and buying things based on my own experiences, and to demonstrate to you the different types of drum. So when I talk about buffalo drums, I'm referring to drums such as this. So a handheld drum with a beater. These drums are often also called hoop drums. They're a type of frame drum. You will possibly also hear the term shamanic drum. Now shamanic is a style of playing and a method of playing rather than the type of drum itself. These buffalo drums that I have are made by a company called Remo, and they are based on the Native American style of handheld hoop drum. The crucial thing is they come with a beater. So drums such as these that are sold without a beater are probably intended just to be played with the hands, which is a different way of drumming, for which there will be videos coming up that I'm going to do soon for anybody that would like to learn that. You can use these Remo buffalo drums with the hands, but what I'm talking about today is drums with beaters for the buffalo drum medicine beats videos that I make. So why do I like buffalo drums so much? Well, partly because of the sound. They do just make a fabulous sound with actually minimal effort. The drum really does a lot of the work here. They are very compact and portable for what they are. They're just so easy to take out and about. They don't take up too much space storing them at home either, which is always a bonus with drums. They're a very versatile drum, so you can use them as a meditation tool. Drumming can be an active meditation. All drumming is really, but you can really purposefully make it an active meditation, which is often so much easier for people than trying to be still, quiet, be aware of that space. That can be really difficult, but actually when you're drumming you are so mindful and you can put your intention into it, and if your mind wanders then you lose your beat, so it draws you back in. So definitely an active meditation. Also, if you want to join in any other kind of drumming, you know, drum circle type drumming, drumming with djembes, dundons, etc. It's really easy to do to make these sound good, because you kind of have got that foundation beat going on, so you can join in with any kind of drumming, whatever it is with these. Groups of buffalo drums, as some of you will know that have done buffalo drumming with me, just with these drums, sound absolutely fantastic without too much difficulty as well. And they're also great for singing and chanting with. So if you like to have a beat of the drum, singing and chanting together, these are absolutely ideal drums. There will be videos coming up from me with singing and chanting with these drums. You can play these standing up, you can play them sitting down. You can also rest them on your lap. They have quite a deep shell, so you can easily rest them on your thigh and play them without impacting on the skin or really on the sound. So I like that fact that they're versatile in that way. If you go out and about, you've got nowhere to sit down, it doesn't matter, because they're light enough that you can play them standing up. And if you want to sit down and get comfy and not have an achy arm, you can sit down and rest them on your lap. Another thing I like about these buffalo drums is they are not too harsh sounding. So they're a really good drum to play at home because they're quite mellow, whereas some other drums kind of bounce through the house quite a bit and, you know, irritate other people somewhat, maybe even in houses around you. Buffalo drums are much more gentle, tend to be tolerated a lot better by people around you, in my experience. You can of course buy individually handmade drums of exactly this type. That will be a wooden frame and a animal skin head. You sometimes see them on eBay. Normally You would find them in craft markets, well-being fairs. Some specialist music shops will have them. Obviously not quite so easy to get hold of right now. The buffalo drums that I have are all made by a company called Remo. So the shells are made of a material that they manufacture called Acousticon, which is essentially a compressed wood fibre of some sort, I believe. They are 100% vegan, these drums, and nearly 100% made from recycled material. So there's a nice eco-ethic, if you like, with the Remo company, which I like. Not being a solid wood shell makes these drums a lot lighter, because it can get a bit achy on the old arm when you want to play these for any length of time. The advantage to having a synthetic skin rather than an animal skin in terms of the sound is that the synthetic skin isn't affected by humidity, temperatures, so they always sound good wherever you are. I found these drums to be very robust. You know, I've taken them out and about quite a lot, and lots of different people have played them at different drum circles, and yet, you know, they remain really in nice condition and still sound really good. They're not tunable. I don't see that as being a problem because they are made to be, you know, played quite a bit, obviously, and all the ones that I have, you know, even a couple of years later, have stayed really, really nice. So I've got here some different types of the Remo buffalo drums to show you. This is a 12-inch drum, and what I'm referring to there is the diameter across the drum head. They're all the same depth of shell, and they're all similar on the back with rope handle grips, but the diameter, they come in various different sizes. I think there's a 10-inch one, which will be very tiny. There's a 12, a 14 and a 16, which are probably the most popular sizes. I think there's an 18 and you get a 22 as well. The smaller the drum, the lighter it is, so that's a big consideration. The easier it is to carry around as well, and they still make a lovely sound, which will be in a separate little bit of this video because I need a slightly different microphone for that one. So that's a 12-inch. This is exactly the same drum. It's a white Remo buffalo in a 16-inch. So this is kind of probably the biggest of the most popular sizes. A little bit heavier, rather lovely drum. This is the black buffalo drum. I think they call these the black Bahia earth bass drum, something like that. So it's a different feel on the drum head. It's thicker, makes a different lower tone. Other than that, it's the same drum. I decorate these, which I'll talk to you about in a moment. And I've also got here this big beastie one. Now this is a 22-inch drum, so that diameter is 22 inches. Same depth, but a much wider drum. Same on the back with the rope handles. This is a different skin again, so a different sound. This is called the comfort sound. So it's a really much lower vibration of drum. Really rather lovely. People often ask me which is my favourite. Is it the white drum, the black drum, or this comfort drum? I couldn't choose because they're just all lovely. It's kind of horses for courses, you know. Ideally you'd have them all, to be honest, because it depends on the day what you want to play. 22-inch drums, they are big. They're, you know, big and heavy. I love playing these when I'm demonstrating to other people what we're playing, because I think it's really a nice clear one for people to see. It is a fantastic sound, but they are a little bit unwieldy and they do get heavy. They can make your arm ache just because of the weight of them. Okay, so let's have a listen to the sound of these drums. So first of all, the 12-inch white drum. So as you've probably noticed, I decorate my drums a lot. So on the shell I use acrylic paint. Sometimes I decoupage, so stick bits on there, and then I seal it all with PVA. That lasts brilliantly. I haven't had any problem with anything, you know, coming off or whatever. And I decorate the drum skin. Traditionally, their drum skins would be decorated with henna, which is a little bit too difficult for me, to be honest. Also, they are often decorated with ink, so that's what I've done in the form of Sharpie pens. And I've chosen, you know, various symbols that mean something to me. And for me, it kind of depends a little bit on the drum. And sometimes when I'm playing a drum, there's just something I want to put on it, so I do. You can buy painted drums. There's a few people that sell painted drums, and it's fantastic artwork. Makes the drum look absolutely beautiful. However, I'm not a fan of putting a layer of paint over a drum. It does change the sound and the feel of the drum. It's not something I would particularly want to do, but that is an option if you want a drum that's been decorated or want to decorate it yourself. Not something I've had any experience doing. I prefer just to stick to the ink, which doesn't change the sound or the feel of the drum at all.